Mm-mm. I don't know. Do I need an intro right now? Let's just do one.
And here we go.
Honeycomb's big. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's not small. No, no, no.
Kiss my entire ass.
Oh, my darling, not 3 times on the ceiling if you want me.
I'm gonna get a cappuccino soon. I'm gonna strangle somebody.
You know, this is, excuse me, a damn fine cup of coffee. Damn good coffee. And hot.
Listen to me very carefully, because I'm only going to say this once. Coffee. Black.
This town needs an enema.
Yeah, man. We're creeping up on the end of a very rough year. So, I got so many windows open, I'm going to cause a rift of the space-time continuum. Oh, my darling, not 3 times. All right, let me see here. This is how you're supposed to do this. How do I add a... There we go. Got to add a thumbnail. There we go. All right, there we go. And a happy almost 2023 to all of you. Man, I need a shave. I look like a Wokamar. I haven't told anybody I was going live. I haven't shared the link anywhere. I guess I should do that. Wow, I didn't even posted it to Twitter and didn't put up a little thumbnail that I did. That's just horrific. Oh, it's just a little YouTube link. Here's a YouTube link. Let me delete that and try it again. Yes, delete. Hi, Carol. Happy New Year. I know I look like a shaved Wookiee, don't I? I'm going to drop the link in just a second. I would love to have my friends come hang out with me. Oh. Ugh, that almost went out. There's nothing worse than a dry drag. Stop. Nothing's cooperating. There we go. There is the link, and I shall pin to the top. All right. Why did it not save the... Stop. I know I break everything I touch, Carol. It's just the way it is. I can't help it. Oh my goodness. I am so glad to put 2022 in the past. Just saying. It went out. That's Yucky. Not to be confused with Yucky Gum, who's a fairly decent human being. There we go. Much better. So yeah, as we wind down, I've been sitting here for an hour watching, what is the name of that channel? Brad and Lex They're a young couple who react to videos. And I like watching people react to music that I like to see. The young lady in it has the most bubbly, vivacious personality. She's a beautiful young lady, just makes you smile. And I was getting a kick out of watching her, so I was really enjoying that. Man, this freaking camera's not better than my old one. The only thing better is it's got a microphone in it, so I don't have to wear the headphones. But it's all pale and shit. I can't adjust the contrast. Because I'm not normally this freaking pale. I'm just saying. Neighbors are already shooting off fireworks. Carol, if you're still there, would you mind dropping the YouTube into Twitter for me? Because all I get is just a little hyperlink. It's not even putting up the friggin'... How do I do that? How do you add the thumbnail to a live stream? I've never figured out how to do that. Just saying. So not a whole lot of excitement going on at the moment. Tacy passed out an hour ago. She's curled up on the bed watching those JCS criminal psychology, the interviews with murder suspects and shit. She loves that stuff. So she passed out watching that, leaving me all by my lonesome here. And which is no big deal. I usually stay up later than she does drawing. Drop it in Twitter, honey. There's no point in dropping it here. If someone's watching it, they're already here.
No.
Darling.
Oh, look, I got my camera on.
Happy New Year. We'll leave it on. What's
No.
No. It's Mrs. My Shoot Didn't Open herself. Happy New Year to you, my friend.
Happy New Year.
I didn't really need you to drop the YouTube link in the YouTube chat.
I don't know what you want me to do. I'm really high.
Put it in Twitter.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm totally high right now. I can't really do that.
Here, click this. There we go.
There it is. It worked that time. Now the thumbnail popped up. So what have you been doing today, Carol, as this year winds to an end? Hey, Stephen, the link is pinned. Come on in if you want to.
What have I been doing? I don't know. Maybe I guess I've been trolling all day.
Have you? Well, good for you. Everybody's got to have a hobby. Who were you trolling?
It's just a little bit of everybody, really.
Okay.
I've got nowhere to go today. The kid doesn't want to hang out with me. And
yeah,
my boyfriend, he's at work. And so I'm like, I got nothing to do.
And you know what? This is where people come when they have nothing else to do. Right.
I mean, I should be coloring, but I'm high.
How's it coming with the coloring?
Very good. Very good.
Nice. Are you
I
enjoying
just got the new computer and I got all my programs and all my files moved over. So now I can start on the pages that people have donated.
Oh,
like yours?
I can't wait to see.
Yeah, this computer is much better now.
Yeah, I can't wait to get a new computer too, because this dinosaur over here, no, it doesn't do much. I'm lucky that it lets me do this.
Yeah, well, before I had like maybe half a whole computer. I had two computers set up. The one screen was broken, but it was the only one that people could hear me with StreamYards. But I couldn't see anything, so I had to have the other computer set up so I could at least see the chat.
This one, once upon a time, it was a beast for its time. But it's 10 years old now. And it got ran in on by lightning, and it fried half the RAM. So without RAM, you can't do much.
Yeah, I noticed.
Happy New Year to you, Stephen. God bless you.
Yeah, I got a pretty good deal on this computer. It was originally $900. I got it for $400.
That is a good deal.
Yeah.
Very good. Mr. Potier, Happy New Year to you. The link is pinned if you want to pop in and hang out. If not, you're welcome to just keep my boring ass on in the background. I want to reach out to these channels that have they react to videos or whatever. How do they get away with playing the music? Because if we do that, even and react to it, we get a copyright strike. What the hell?
Are you being shot at?
No, fireworks. A little valley is alive.
Because I can't get there in time to help fire back.
No,
so you're on your own. Sorry.
I'm on my own. I mean, there's a firearm in every room of the house, so we're.
Well, there you go. I've got a pellet gun.
Except for the back bathroom, there's not one in there. I need to fix that. There should be one in there.
You never know when somebody's going to be breaking in. You don't want to be caught with your pants down, no gun.
I got a big dog, but she's so goofy, she would just go slobber on them. It's useless. So yeah, my tiny little valley that's like a bowl that I live in. There's one neighbor back there and then one up here at the top of the hill going out. Every holiday, fireworks. Ooh, ah, ooh, ah. And, all of the rest of us are like, yeah, okay, that's enough. We get it. You're happy about something. Shut up.
Yeah, they do that here too, but they're not locals because I live in a tourist spot. So like every other house is a rental. I have no idea who my neighbors are from weekend to weekend. But I think like the same two families, they like rent the same houses like within a block of each other. So they shoot across the street at each other. And I'm caught in the crossfire.
Hey, Torons, nobody likes you. Shut up.
Oh, it's ski season, and that's what they're here for. Thankfully,
ski season.
Thankfully, it's been above 50 degrees last 2 days, and it rained, so all the snow is melted. Bye.
I was going to say, the snow melts, you bastards.
Bye. Leave my mountain.
Go away. Go back home to where it is you're from.
I don't even care if you leave your trash on the side of the road like you do anyway. Just go. Leave. We'll pick it up.
Yeah. It's I know you get snow where you're from, but it's Kansas, so there's no hills. You can't ski there. It's flat. Birds fall out of the sky from exhaustion because there's nowhere to land. They just fall down dead. I give up.
Like, there's other places people can go. Why do they have to come here?
I had I don't remember who it was. Somebody was arguing with me I think it was on Rex's channel. They're the winter people. I don't like winter people. Okay. One dude told me, he said, living on an island isn't all it's cracked up to be. Bitch, I lived on a semi-tropical island for decades.
It is all it's cracked up to be.
It is all it's cracked up to be. Hello, Manticore. The link is pinned, laddie, if you want to jump in. Happy New Year.
Is Manticore here just to inconvenience me? Or
Yes, that's what he said. Just to
or are we talking about the snow people? I don't even remember what we're talking about.
I'm so high right now. Totally baked. Totally baked, man. Remember that Spicoli from Fast Times at Ridgemont High?
Yeah.
Check that out, dude. That's my head.
We got like one or two more hits. I was trying to hold out. Whatever.
He says both will do. Brother, climb up on in here and hang out.
Yeah, Manticore, come on up.
Manny's already in the future. He's already in 2023.
I know.
What's it like there, Manty? How is 2023 shaping up?
Is pie still illegal?
Pie? Pie is illegal?
That's
Fuck,
what
I'm doomed.
him and Smirk try to convince me that in the future, pie is illegal. And I believe it. Why would you lie to me?
I don't want to be a part of that future. I'm just saying.
black market pie.
Yeah. Black. Yo, man, I got some cobbler. He said, still a shit so far. Yeah, man, I got some cobbler. I got a drop cake. You want some? I got blueberry. I got raspberry. And if you really got it,
Who sent you? Who sent
chicken
you?
pot pie.
Chicken pot pie.
Fuck, that just made me hungry.
Oh yeah. Quick hurry. You still have time to donate to Carol's True Love Candy and Pizza campaign. Back it today. Cash in and PayPal are in my profile.
Candy and True Love, is that going to be your first book too?
No, I need to get to the True Love.
Candy and Pizza.
And I wanted candy and pizza for dinner, and nobody would buy it for me.
Oh, pound cake here, fool.
But the True Love campaign, that will go until it's,
The only problem with pound
packed.
I cannot word today. I has the dumb. By the way, I still think that's the best meme I've ever seen. There's this retarded looking cat sitting there, and he goes, "I cannot brain today. I has the dumb."
Has the dumb.
I has the dumb. Look, pound cake is good, Manicore, but it takes a hell of a lot of milk or a lot of coffee to wash it down. You know.
Yeah, if it's dry. I mean, there's a line with the pound cake. You don't want it to be too dry. You don't want it to cake to the back of your throat. You need to be able to swallow it.
Up. He says, "How much pound cake is?" Well, stop playing. Look, I don't have a tight.
Get up here.
I don't have a tight grasp on reality, man. You can't fuck with me like that.
Manticore.
You fucker. Get in here. The link's
Fuck
pinned.
up here. Don't be
No
a
excuses.
bitch.
Get up there. Click. Headphones. Come.
Don't be a bitch.
Come to Butthead. Hey, I like lemon pound cake. Pretty okay. But when it gets right down to it, like for my birthday, the wife will say, she knows there's one of two that I want. It's either going to be red velvet or carrot cake. I love carrot cake.
Mine is always an angel food cake. But my mom makes this chocolate pudding icing. It's so delicious.
Ooh, that sounds amazing.
All you really do is you get the instant chocolate pudding, and instead of milk, you replace the milk with heavy whipping cream.
Oh.
And then you get a mixer, and you mix it till it's nice and fluffy. Oh my God, it's so good.
Carol, I need this in my life. That's going to happen.
You do need that, and it's so easy to make. It's just instant pudding and heavy whipping cream. You don't even really need a cake to put it on. Just eat it as is.
Dude, what are you talking about? Cake? What cake?
My mom puts it on the angel food cake.
I'm not putting it on shit. I'm just going to eat it.
It's so
No, everything is closed tomorrow because it's New Year's. So the next
I'll remind you.
You can bet your ass I'm going to the store and I'm getting some heavy whipping cream and some chocolate pudding, and I'm making the shit. I may even go get a red velvet instant box.
There you go.
I know you can't do red velvet without cream cheese. So I'll just get a plain old vanilla cake.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm doing that. I'm doing it.
Do it.
Hey, I got a
Not
question.
be disappointed.
I know what date it is, but what day of the week is this?
I don't know. Sunday?
Is it Saturday or Sunday?
I don't know.
I don't fucking know.
It's Saturday for us right now.
Okay.
We
Saturday.
have 20 minutes left in Saturday. Well, less than 20. 15, 17, 18. I don't know. Numbers?
We're on the countdown to the end of the day, the month, and the year. Thank God. And Manicore's like, yeah, give me 5 minutes or so.
We
But
don't
man,
got 5 minutes.
We're on a countdown here, bro.
Yeah, because you're already in the future, upside
Yeah,
down.
no shit. He's all dolling up his hair and shit. I don't have that problem. Ready to go. I wear the hat for your protection. It is the day of the Sabbath. Girl, who else is streaming? Go poke around YouTube and see who else is in our little world.
Vic is streaming.
I was gonna say it's got to be Vic and Rex.
The chickens. I mean, Hen, Fanta. You are.
I'm gonna
Ah,
screen snipe Vic.
oh no. He's got a big panel on.
Huh?
Got a lot of people on.
Dirty cable.
All right, I gotta mute it for a second. Nobody important is over there. All right. This ain't as easy for me to do as you might think.
I think Anth is there, Yucky's there, Jay Dalla, Tanya, Shep, and Mr. Good Stuff.
Yep.
And Vic.
Hey, Shep.
So we should have.
Wait.
You have to hold on a minute.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I wasn't trying to see anything. No, wait, whoa, no. I was just joking around right there.
No, Anthony made
You gave her the song of Wonderwall, not me.
Can you see it?
I can see it.
Yours. It's yours now.
Yeah, but I'm all stuffed up, and I gotta take a piss.
Here we go.
You gotta give
Oh my god.
Here
I'm
we
gonna
go.
go ahead and get out of here, guys. Thank you for having me on. I appreciate it. And
Happy
Brandon,
New
all
Year.
you guys.
Oh, come on, it ain't that bad yet. It ain't that bad. You know, I believe.
It's been bad all along.
Happy New
One
Year.
minute, for
See you guys.
Peace,
Oh,
brother.
Take it easy.
Wait, wait, man.
Chasing people away.
Come on, Ian.
I can't fucking.
You can't pick me a song.
This is my least favorite.
No, it's the song that Vic wants to sing to her.
Yeah. Come on, Ian. Backbeat.
What is y'all?
Wait, what? I can't read what you're typing.
Stop. Aligning.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm not on that panel. That would be a very loud, annoying panel.
Oh god. They've been trying to do karaoke all night. They sound so much better with the volume.
You want to say
gonna be the one that saves you.
Oh man, Jay Dalla, please stop, baby.
Oh my god.
Okay, that's
Make it
enough of
stop.
that painful ass shit. Oh my god,
Because you.
that was painful to behold. Oh my god, Jay Dalla was like, he looked like a baby bird with that neck stretched out and going, baby bird trying to get the worm from mama. It was horrible.
Oh god. They're shooting.
Take cover, incoming. Hey, I was watching a live stream when Russia started their invasion of Ukraine. There was a reporter there, and yeah, I know, right? So there's a reporter there, and they're live, and what's that sound? Oh, they appear to be shelling us. And this guy, apparently, the reality had not sunk in. They start just kind of casually walking back. No, motherfucker, that's artillery. It's time to run. So they did, and then it cut. Yeah, Jay Dalla was crooning at the top of his lungs, looking like a baby bird in desperate need of a shave. And as usual, Vic is showing us a blank piece of paper onto which he's going to try to get somebody to buy him a cheeseburger.
Oh my god.
Bless his heart. That dude is so bohemian. Please, somebody buy me a pack of cigarettes and a hamburger. I'll do a drawing for you. And who can blame him? I would too.
How dare you?
Yeah, I'm gonna get in trouble for being here, aren't I?
Nah.
Oh my god. That was good timing.
And Carol, I used up all my booze earlier on Rex's show. All I had left in the house, here's the empty jar of moonshine.
Oh no.
Yeah. With a
I'm all out of weed.
cinnamon stick in the bottom. There's a swallow left, but that's not enough to do anything with.
I'm out of weed. What do I do?
Makes me sad.
I'm sad now for both of us.
I'll be sad for both of us. Oh, 10 minutes.
10 minutes
left. Well, that's true. That's true. You know, just saying. Not going to comment on what else it might be.
What? I'm an innocent here. I don't know
What else Vic might be selling?
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I have ideas.
He could be selling sweaty ass. You know, he could be selling. He could be selling recreational pharmaceuticals. Who knows? Who knows? Or other unsavory things.
I need a knife. Found one.
I don't have one.
I got one. I'm good.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
good.
You good?
Yep.
Hey, Apex. Good to see you, buddy. The link's pinned if you want to come in.
Apex?
It's not as chaotic as Vic's live stream right now. Yeah, sky's the limit.
I mean, we still don't know what's going on, but at least we can kind of understand what we're saying.
I'm not sure I really wanted to, you know. It can get a bit boisterous, and I'm not a boisterous person, you know. I'm kind of a calm, chill person. I'm a very
boisterous. Whatever.
Low stress.
You mean? They're little gentle children over there.
I always wondered, Carol, what was Wile E. Coyote doing when he wasn't chasing the Roadrunner?
I don't know.
I mean, you know, a little slice of life for him. We get what Roadrunner was doing. He's running all over the fucking place.
But you ever notice he never would fall until he looked down?
You know, I learned that when I was jumping out of helicopters in the Navy. If you didn't look down, you wouldn't fall. It's a true story.
I don't jump out of
Apex. I may jump over there after you get done. In the meantime, get in here. What's wrong with you?
What's the matter with you?
I think Apex is the only dude in CG that's older than me and Rex.
Oh my god!
I mean,
I can't hang out with old men for New Year's Eve.
I mean, other than Mike Barron, who, you know, he may have us by a day or two.
Manticore, get your little.
She said, Manticore.
Manticore.
Stephen B considered his options. He's like, nah, the hell with that. I'm not going on that stream. I've got a brand to protect here.
He had Dillard on earlier, so, you know.
Dillard
we're not
was
as cool
with
as
Stephen
Dillard.
B?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, so if we're not, you know, if he's not coming here, it means we're not Dillard quality to him.
I like Dillard.
Dillard's all right. No, Dillard's great. He's mean to me, but it's okay. What are you giggling at?
The internet is a bizarre little place.
What's the internet?
The interwebs.
Interweb?
The interwebs. Look, man, I didn't gain too much weight. I'm starting to get jowls. I need to lose a little weight.
Oh my God, we're getting shot at.
The problem with that, of course, is it requires discipline, willpower. Yeah, I don't have those things.
Yeah, I don't have none of that.
I don't have those things anymore. I'm old. I'm on the exit ramp of life.
Oh, no, don't say that.
I'm on the exit ramp of life.
Terrible.
I'm in the decelerate lane.
No.
I've always said, you know, for the last 10 years, all of us are circling the drain. The people out at the edge are moving kind of slow, and they don't even know they're in the whirlpool yet, you know? And then in the middle, rich people try to stay healthy so they can live longer and enjoy stuff. So they start swimming against the current, you know. And then there's idiots, and they're like up on a surfboard paddling as hard as they can to get to the center. Me, I'm just kicked back cruising. Circling the drain. Whee!
Circling the drain. Okay.
Not fighting it, not really trying to speed it up. Just saying. Apex is in Central Time. That's not God's time zone. God's time zone is Eastern. Everybody knows that.
Duh.
When God said, "Let there be light," it was 12:01 or 0001 Eastern Standard Time.
Oh my God, it's getting closer.
Take cover. They're coming.
Nobody's done anything here yet. I'm surprised.
It's the
It's
fucking,
gonna be like a sneak attack, isn't it?
it's the fucking Russians. They could not successfully take over the Ukraine, so now they're going for Atlanta.
No, not Atlanta.
Trust me, you don't want it.
You leave Atlanta alone.
You don't want anything inside the perimeter. That's ugh.
Perimeter. I know all about the perimeter.
Mm-hmm. Let me see. Let me see who else is streaming.
I don't know. I stopped paying attention.
Doc Blaylock is streaming.
Oh my God, he's pretty cool.
Yeah, that dude's cool.
You should see if you can get him on your panel.
He's an asshole, man. He never shows up.
Oh, all right. Never mind that.
Is Pops live?
We don't want no drama.
No, he's. Oh, tomorrow he will be streaming.
But it's almost tomorrow.
I know. It says
3 minutes.
8. Is it 3 minutes?
It's 11:57.
Holy cow!
Oh no!
Stretch
What do we do?
girls. Once upon a time, I could hold my breath for 3 minutes and get us there, but not anymore. There's some dude lurking in the back here. Let me see if I can bring him out.
Oh no!
Yeah, what's up, Mike?
Happy New Year, Doc.
Happy New Year, buddy.
I know it's already New Year's for you, but of course for me here on the West Coast, we still
No, it's not.
We got 3 minutes. Don't rush it.
About 3 hours.
3 more minutes for us. 3 more minutes.
Three more minutes. Okay.
So
So
you're
it's
here.
11. So it's, yeah. Okay.
We were just talking, Mike, about the fact that when God created the heavens and the earth, it was on day 1 Eastern Standard Time. 2 minutes. 2 minutes.
Well, probably because you wouldn't have had it. You know, you didn't have any. You didn't have any of us, quote unquote, left coasters dropping in to say hi.
Yeah,
I saw you were on, so I figured I'd join you. You know.
Well,
I don't know if you know this, Doc, but I've been sending you an invite the last few weeks on Sunday nights to join RJ and the rest of us on my new weekend edition.
I saw one, and I'm going to jump on with you. But probably the next one you send.
Well, that'll be tomorrow. That'll be tomorrow.
All right. Yeah, I'll jump
We're
in.
doing them every Sunday now. You know, essentially, I, in essence, took over for RJ, you know, with RJ getting busier and stuff like that, with me also wanting the panel, so I talked to him about it, and I figured, well, why don't you just let me take over the show? We can do it on my channel. You know, it's essentially the same show. The only
1
real
minute.
Huh?
1 minute.
They're
1 minute.
shooting here.
Carol, start a countdown.
Okay, 1 minute. What? Wait.
Hurry up, Carol. Hurry. There's only
What am
1
I supposed to do? I'm scared.
Less than a minute. Look, Mike's not worried. He's got
I
hours.
don't have a ticker.
Well, I've got like 3 hours before, you know, a little over 3. I guess
I think maybe
like
we could
under a minute to 3 hours for me until it's New Year's.
Happy New Year. I was 6
Happy New Year for you guys.
I'll be right back.
Central Time zone.
All right, she went to go get a timer now that it's too late.
Yeah, so as I was saying, I essentially took over, the open mic, open panel.
I can't
show
hear
that
you. The
RJ was
fireworks are
doing.
too loud. Did you hear all that?
Yeah, I heard it.
I couldn't hear a word you said because that was literally right across Skip a House and it was right there.
Well, you know me. I'll just keep talking. If you don't stop, if you don't say something, I just keep going. Yeah. But anyways, to finish up what I was saying there, basically I essentially took over RJ's Sunday night show, just bring it over to my channel. The only real difference is I added a segment to it towards the end as with what I do, have this day or in that particular case, this weekend in each district, so, but aside from that, it's still pretty much the same show, just bringing people on to just hang out and talk niche, anime, cartoons, comics, manga, pro wrestling,
Well, it's time to, it's that time, Mike, for the first time this year.
Doesn't matter what you say or the action that you take. This is done without your will from the problems that you made. You're the night of the trust house of Aragorn legions all around you. Different things you cannot change in the darkness that's inside you.
So the scene where the grandfather and Elizabeth are walking together, I'm expanding that scene now. And I don't have those pages anymore. They're gone to the publisher. I was trying to remember, what the fuck is she wearing? So I'm glad I ran that. And she's wearing the collared vest and the skirt. So
well, you have her pretty much naked in a couple of them, which
that's because she's
draw a lot of people in.
that's because she's pretty much naked in a couple of them. But she's clothed for the rest. The nudity is not gratuitous. It is part of the story.
Right. It's not what they call an anime fan service.
No. I mean, she's definitely a beautiful girl. Happy New Year, Q. God bless you, man. The link is pinned. You get in here and say hi. Happy New Year to you, Saggy and Sugar Ray, my darling. One of the first people I met when I came in the community, and a wonderful, wonderful soul. Happy New Year to you. The link's pinned if anybody wants to come in, and I know you, come on in. If I don't know you, it ain't happening. So, anyway, the clothing model for my main character is Stevie Nicks' stage outfits, the gypsy clothing. The face model is loosely a hybrid between Alana Miles when she was young and Jennifer Connelly when she was young. I kind of blend those two together because they were both adorable. And the body model is I'm not going to say.
wouldn't want to risk embarrassing the person, right?
Well, it wouldn't embarrass her. She just doesn't want the attention, I'm sure.
Or at least for that reason, maybe? Doesn't want the attention for that reason?
No, she just doesn't want attention.
Oh, period.
Right.
So if you were to say this particular woman that you're talking about, if you were to say she was the most intelligent individual out there, she still wouldn't want the attention?
She doesn't want attention.
At all, okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the panel, Mr. Manticore. It took him a while to paint that background. That's what took him so long.
Yeah, I had to paint this shit, man. It took a while. Rough genius.
Hey, Manticore.
Same over here.
I think I've seen you on Dark Gifts stream before.
Yeah, I've been on there once or twice. I've seen you around. I don't think we've actually met in person, but good to meet you. Happy New Year.
Yeah. Well, I'm.
Don't let Mike scare you when he leans into the
one of the more commentary.
It's all right. I'll start leaning in too, like this, Mike. We can both have a conversation like that.
Mike looks like he's going to eat the camera at some point.
It's all right.
Oh, because I have my face up like this?
Yeah, you got to get a better monitor.
Well, this is a laptop. This isn't a full. This is a.
Yeah, I waited for you to leave, Carol, and then I came on here because you're a troublemaker.
That better, maybe.
Well, yeah, you know,
I just pushed my.
Stay where you are. Don't come closer. Because you know, it's spooky.
I don't mean to be spooky. It's just that sometimes I just do need to get closer if I'm going to read stuff. But again, there's not much to read right now, anyways.
No, there's nothing to read. I'll read it to you if you need it.
Yeah.
That'll just distract you anyway. The chat, especially Carol.
Even with correction, I've got 20/60 vision. That's why I don't drive.
Oh, okay. Yeah, got it.
Yeah, but you're looking over your glasses.
Yeah.
So there, now sit back and you can behold vision, because that's how it works.
Well, for me, Doc, it's always been about making connections and being immersed in everything I do. So,
not me. I don't like to connect with people. I don't really even like people. I was a counselor for a long time. Listen, Manty. My dream when I retired was I was going to buy a boat. Now, it was either going to be a narrowboat on the canals in England, or it was going to be a tour boat down in the Low Country. It's Barrier Islands around South Carolina. Beautiful down there. It's tropical. And I was going to hire a young college girl to talk on the radio and say, don't bother talking to the captain. He talked to people for 30 years. He's done. He doesn't talk to people anymore. And that was going to be my life.
Yeah. Don't even address him. Like he's he's not even here. Like
Doc, you've become a YouTuber, and you know.
There's a barrier in between them. That's the beauty of YouTube.
You also co-host on a number of others, including, of course, Pops and.
I was already a YouTuber. No sailing boats. I wasn't that kind of sailor, Quentin. Like Maverick said in the movie, I'm not that kind of sailor. I was the kind that crawled in the mud with a rifle. I forgot where I was going. Oh, I was already a YouTuber with my fine art channel, but I would just do videos and post them. Or I would paint live on Facebook because I didn't know about StreamYard back then. And the only place you could go live was Facebook. So then I'd download them and I'd load them onto my YouTube channel. That was kind of my thing. And when I started doing a book, everybody said, you have to have a YouTube channel. You have to get on Twitter. I'm like, those are two things I don't want to do, but I did it.
Well, getting on.
That's the only reason why I'm here. Like, it's because of that. Like, I wouldn't be on social media like Twitter or on YouTube otherwise.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I was on Twitter up until about 3 years ago, but then I just got off it because I just realized just the damage it could probably do to me.
It's a cesspool.
You know.
It's not as bad as places like Reddit and things like that, but it's bad.
Well, now when you're a bit of a hothead, and when if you can sometimes things get a little too much into you to where you start saying things that
You probably should.
either get you busted or you would later
Yeah,
regret.
that's not the place for you, Mike, if you're a hothead.
Yeah.
See, I'm very chill, man. I mean, there's not a way to insult me. Okay. I see me in the mirror every day. No one can insult me more than I do already.
One of the most powerful things in the world is being able to laugh at yourself and your own fuck
Yes.
up. I think, once you can do that, you can, most things that people do can't really get to you anyway.
You reach a certain age too where shit just don't matter. It just doesn't matter.
You wake up one day and you're like, shit doesn't really matter.
Yeah, well, I may
Or it never did.
I may be getting close to that age too. I just turned 47 back in October, so
You're still a whippersnapper.
compared to you there, Doc.
Yeah. One of my buddies, he's like, hey, welcome back, Carol.
Hi.
Oh, look out. Look at
He's
the
one of
cat
those
dragging.
rare Democrats that can actually think for himself. And we debate issues on
Joe Manchin?
but it's always
What?
friendly.
A Democrat that thinks for himself?
Yeah. But it's always friendly, and respectful with him. And people are in in his chat are always like blown away that we're buddies, Well, for years he's had stage 4 inoperable cancer, but it hasn't been progressing. Well, now it's gotten back aggressive again, and so he's going back into chemo and radiation and all that shit. So, Tim, if you're watching, I know you do. So God bless you, praying for you in 2023 that your year gets better.
Definitely.
It flies by, boys and girls. The years. The days drag on, the years fly by.
Holding back the years.
I was young and good looking yesterday.
It's true, people. I used to think this shit was cliche at one point in my life, but it's not. It's true.
It's actually, it is. You're right.
People used to
I'm
say
the
that,
same
and
way.
like, oh, for fuck's sake, no. You hear that shit again?
When all of a sudden the lyrics to Dust in the Wind start really hitting home,
Holding on.
no singing. There's no singing on my channel.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. That's the one rule I remembered. And coming on camera.
What?
Yeah, what?
Except
Well,
Carol gets away with it.
I think that's actually where I may have seen Montecore before on one of Dark Gifts karaoke nights.
Damn, that was a big one. That dude
Would've been-
shot off all his fireworks. And he's digging around in the box, and he goes, "Oh, look at this big bastard! I'll shoot
Yeah.
that off."
Or he just accidentally set them all off at once.
Where he blew it out.
Whoops.
He might have blown the house up. We got in trouble when I was in the military because I talked EOD. We were on the grenade range, and we had 4 duds that day. And anytime there's a dud, EOD, explosive ordnance demolition, they have to come out and deal with it. So they had collected 4 of them, which take the fuse out. It's nothing. It's just a ball of explosive. So there were 4 of them. And I convinced them, instead of setting them off one at a time, to use some det cord and wire all 4 of them together under this tree that we wanted to take down. And they blew the 4. Ooh. The phone rang in the control tower. And it was the commanding general's office wanting to know what the fuck that noise was.
What was that?
Remind me of the 60s song, Hey There, What's That Sound?
No singing. Everybody
I didn't exactly sing. I just kind of...
You shouldn't have specified the
Oh,
wrong
yeah.
stop because now he's going to keep crossing that line.
Well, Hugh, since you asked me, my brother.
And here we go.
Honeycomb's big. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's not small. No, no, no.
Kiss my entire ass.
Yeah, the honeycomb song is allowed. You can sing that one anytime you want to.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Honeycomb big.
Only
Yeah.
Are you worried about a copyright strike? Is that what you're worried about?
Nope.
No, he just does not like fun.
I'm just a persnickety, grumpy old man who
That's why we get
pretends
on.
to be nice.
That's what we get on.
I pretend to be nice. All the
Crafty, grumpy old man.
Yeah.
Nope, okay.
time.
Fine.
Girl, don't dox me like that. Don't out me.
I don't have to. You do it yourself just fine.
Stop it.
Yeah.
What?
She's
What,
like-
Manticore?
She's
What?
nearly as much trouble as Saggy Melons.
I am no trouble at all.
Ray is no trouble at all. Carol is
that's a nickname with me is trouble.
So Manny, did you like my mostly, absolutely, partially true?
Yes, I did actually. That was good. I hope you do some more of them. They were right, actually.
I'm
working on
to
something
do
myself, but with gaming, like I'm gonna create like a little mini series and like put a narrative to it. Like it's a dinosaur survival game, but I'm gonna see if I can get some likes for that. Build my channel up.
Okay, cool. Yeah,
bring a new audience to.
I'm gonna do probably one of those a month, just because they're fun to do, for no other reason. Like I can do it. I'm drawing with a mouse, which handicaps me as an artist. So I figured I'll just lean into that. Make it's whatever. Here you go, Mike.
Hi, kids. It's your old pal, Doc, with a mostly, absolutely, partially.
Turn your volume up.
So this story happens back in 1985 while I was stationed at Parris Island, South Carolina, serving as a corpsman at the Field Training Unit. Anyway, I was sitting in my ambulance observing a training event called the One Day War, where two forces of recruits pretend to assault each other through the jungle all day long. Suddenly, my radio crackles to life. Some window licker has his head caught in a microwave or some shit, and I begin to get my butt over there. I fire up the big ambulance, turn on my red lights, check my mirrors, and start to back up, when suddenly I felt some resistance and heard a crunching noise, followed by a Marine screaming his head off. I didn't notice the screaming Marine at first. This was Parris Island. Marine screaming is like saying water is wet, but this one seemed to be screaming at me. I had squished his personal vehicle, which I point out was parked directly behind me in my blind spot, in spite of warning signs saying no private vehicles in training areas, and on my ambulance saying stay back 100 feet. So anyway, I figure I'm screwed when PMO, that's like MPs but more so, shows up. Imagine my surprise when he doesn't even speak to me. He just writes the Marine tickets for illegal parking, obstructing an emergency vehicle, and some other shit. Dude was pissed. I mean, even more than the situation called for. Turns out it was his wife's car, and it was his birthday. So, in fine old Marine Corps style, all the drill instructors involved in the training come out and start bellowing happy birthday to him. Anyway, I never did find out what happened to the idiot with his head stuck in a microwave. The moral to the story, kids, is, well, there's no moral. It was just some funny shit that happened to me way back in the day. Bye now.
What do you think, Mike?
Let me see if I understood that right. So basically, you were parked somewhere where you shouldn't, and your wife's car got
no. Mike, you missed the plot entirely.
What?
You missed the only criticism
entirely.
The only criticism I've got, right? Like at the end, instead of saying like what you said, I'd say like the moral of the story is, I don't know, you can work that out for yourself. Like, you know what I mean? Because there is a moral there. Like, there's always one. Like, but like it's ambiguous to the viewer, you know? Like, so yeah, that's my only criticism, but the rest of it's good.
I appreciate your criticism, sir. I will completely ignore it, but
yeah, I know you will, but I'll give it to you anyway. That's just kind of guy.
I like the window liquor lot.
Yeah, so did I. I like that one too.
To this day, I don't know what the dispatch call was, but it was, I got a dispatch call. It was a car accident. It was 1050I. That's the code for a car accident with injuries. And I responded, it's, Bravo 96, they're going to be 10-8, 1076, that 1050I. And they're like, copy that. And I say, I'm going to back up, turn on the lights, and I back up. And the cartoon does not exaggerate. The only difference is it wasn't a little red car. It was a silver El Camino. And I backed up into the bed of it. But in the size of the ambulance I was in, you guys would have to see this thing. It's massive.
Yeah.
It felt like I was stuck on a little tree limb or something. So I just goosed the gas and went boom up into the bed of his El Camino.
Are they diesel, those things? Like they would be, wouldn't they? Or something like that. The ambulances.
We'll say it again.
Was that a diesel, the ambulance? Like,
no, it's a gas powered, but it was they're custom built back then. They were custom built for the
military.
They were Dodge Power Wagons, but the cab of it was literally so big. At 6'2", I could stand up in the cab and my head wouldn't hit the ceiling. They were huge. Anyway, this dipshit was what's called a depot inspector. They drive around and they make sure that everything is going according to the book. You know, that's their whole job. So the drill instructors hate them. The corpsmen hate them because they're always writing us little tickets to get you in trouble, you know. And he wasn't supposed to be driving his private vehicle, and he parked the son of a bitch, I mean like an inch from my back bumper, because it was the only shade he could find. And sure as shit, boy, when I backed into that thing, he lost his shit. He was telling me I'm going straight to hell in a handbasket. He's going to have my ass, blah, blah. PMO shows up. They don't even speak to me. They just start writing him.
You really want a depot inspector to have your ass?
No, I didn't want him to have my ass. So he got a bunch of tickets, and he was told by PMO, we'll send a record, don't call one. We'll get this out of here. And then PMO was walking away. He was the same rank as the guy, and he goes, don't ever drive your private vehicle in a training area again. What's wrong with you? And he walked away. I was like, whoa. I didn't get out. I stayed in the ambulance, and the drill instructors really did. There's 12 of them. They come out of the woods, out of the jungle, and they start singing in their Marine Corps voices. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to. I was like, oh my God, they're infuriating this guy.
Oh, wait, you were the one driving the ambulance.
Yes.
All right.
Happy New Year, Rex.
Yeah,
Come on in.
flip the way you saw the story
Yeah,
on
actually, I was
its
on with
head,
Rex
and then that's how it
Jamie
actually
earlier on his channel.
I mean, Mike, you saw the same story. We all saw the same story. How did you get it wrong?
How did I get it wrong? Well, because I was, obviously I had not seen it before, and I was, but
it's narrated. It's narrated.
Yeah.
Doesn't leave
Watch
much
it again
imagination,
where you can hear it. But I need to up my volume. I was scared that when I was narrating, I'd be too loud because I was wearing my headset and the mic's like right here. So I was holding back on the voice a little bit. I guess I should broadcast my voice a little bit more. But it was fun as shit to make that thing. I'm just saying, man, I had a ball. So,
actually, from the way you described the depot inspector there, sounds like for anybody who'd want to be who'd want to be a depot inspector, they'd have to be a pretty anal individual, huh?
Well, it's not their fault. They get assigned to that job. They don't pick it. You never pick a job in the military. They just tell you where to go and what to do.
This is what you're doing.
I guess the people end up in it have, end up that maybe they get tagged as being so anal that you're perfect for this job because you're just so anal.
Every branch has them. When I was in Navy boot camp as a recruit, they were called MED, which is Military Evaluation Division. And the only way you could tell them from the company commanders is they wore a black and white rope instead of a red rope. And our company commander said, if one of those guys hollers at you to stop and you can't read his name tag, run. Because you all look alike to us as recruits. He'll never find you, but you get your ass back here because when we get in trouble, he would get in trouble with those guys. I'm going to switch microphones here for a second.
Whatever to you.
Oh, so she talks now.
What?
I forgot you were here.
Oh, fuck you. Yeah, I got.
How dare you?
How dare you?
I got this fancy high-power computer, so I can, handle StreamYards and go on more panels and talk less.
You can actually talk now.
Computer.
And talk, and don't talk still. No.
Yeah, she can go talk more shit to people now.
I can. I'm not gonna say anything.
Okay, so 7 days ago, it's 9 degrees outside. Now the weather's all toasty warm out there, like it didn't just try to kill us all. Trying to be cute. It's like 70 degrees. Yeah, I'm happy that it did too, but now, the heat is off and the air conditioner's on.
Yeah, well, my pipe's thawed, so I have running water on the inside of the house again. Well,
Doc, let me ask you something though. Is it like 70 degrees in the daytime and like 40 or 50 at night?
It's 70 right now, Mike.
Oh, 70 right now. Wow.
Yes.
That
Yes.
is quite warm.
I'm in the deep south, guys. It does that here.
Yeah, it's hot here today. Too.
I'm in Southern California, and we still have kind of or we'll have some days where it's like 70 degrees during the day and like high 40s, low 50s at night.
Yeah, I lived in San Diego for 2 years, and it always amazed me that it could be 100 degrees in the daytime and then 38 or 40 at night. Until I found out, oh, it's the fucking desert. It's what it does.
Yeah, that's happened here.
Yeah,
it's cold. When at night time it gets cold.
Of course, the last couple of days we've been having some rain, so it's been pretty cold all around. So
what is your flora like around there, Manny? Is it lush? Is it sparse? Is it desert?
I live in the city, so there's not much. Like it's just all buildings. And you got parklands. Like Adelaide's got the parklands around it, which is all trees and like lawns and all that. We've got the botanical gardens, which is just next to it as well.
Okay.
But yeah, it's South Australia's dry and flat, basically. It's like
okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to describe here, and then you tell me where in Australia would be an equivalent. So I should describe where I want to be, but where I'm at is in the foothills of rolling mountains, the Appalachians. It's lush, it's green, it's tropical most of the time. We have a short but cold winter.
They got a lot of bugs that fly.
Yes.
Queensland sounds like the right place for you, I reckon.
Okay.
That's tropical. It's like, lush, like sort of bushland, but it's more of a tropical sort of feel to it. It's a holiday sort of place too. Most people go there like for their holidays. So it's more of a holiday vibe as well when you go there.
Is that northeast?
North.
Just due north.
Northeast, yeah, it would be classified northeast, yeah.
Okay. All right, cool, cool. Because you were the one I was telling, I thought about the northwest up that way, but that's apparently
just don't go upper North Queensland because you got crocodiles there that'll eat you.
That's what everybody was saying.
Same as Darwin, like Darwin, upper North Queensland, you've got crocodiles, box jellyfish, shit like that.
But see, that sounds like my original home, which is the low country. There's gators, there's sharks, there's jellyfish.
You don't find gators in the ocean, do you? No.
We have saltwater gators there because it's brackish.
Yeah. Saltwater crocodiles have got a salt gland under there that they excrete all the excess salt out of there, so they can live in the ocean for months.
Yeah, these don't. They just live in the brackish water, and they're not crocodiles. They're gators with a big wide head, not the long. And they are. I promise you, as I'm sure the crocodiles are, it is literally like seeing a fucking dinosaur when you see one in the wild.
The noise they make is trippy. Like that's dinosaurish. Like in the breeding season, like male gators, like they lift their head up like that, and they do this thing with their back, like, and they vibrate like another water bounces on the back of their spine. Like it's a mating call for the females, but you can hear it for kilometers. They reckon
they do the same thing here, and the first time you hear that, you'll think, oh, it was a bus blowing its horn or a train or something. But it's lower than that.
No, real low, like,
And when I first realized what it was as a young man, I got more than a little freaked out. So this may be the next little animated story I do. We were doing night lights on Parris Island. That's basically a class that starts at sunset. And it's familiarizing the recruits with all the night pyrotechnics you use to turn the battlefield into daylight. Star shells, pin flares, all this stuff. There's a mines and booby trap course they go through. They have the little pin flares. There's the magnesium grenades, the Willie Pete's, all that stuff, right? All right. So without fail, every time there's night lights, it starts a forest fire, a little one, a little brush fire that just, the flames are that high, but it spreads, So all of the non-recruit personnel are given these big rubber mats on poles, and you go out there and you beat the fuck out of the fire and put it out if one breaks out. Because in the summer months, even though it's a jungle, that shit under there is dry.
Yeah.
Anyway, sure as shit, one night we had a little scrub fire going on. So the drill instructors take the recruits away, and like 6 of us go out there with these beater sticks, and we start beating. Blah, blah, blah. Well, this thing's fucking bigger than we thought, so it took a while. We finally get it beat, and we're using, we call out to each other, get together. our night vision is gone because of the fire. We can't see where the fuck we are. We don't know how to get out of this, and it's a jungle. Okay. So the land navigation instructor for Parris Island, South Carolina, for the United States Marine Corps is with us, and I think good, we're safe. He's the land nav instructor. So I grab his duty belt. The guy behind me gets my duty belt, and we're in a train. We're going through the woods, and I hear sploosh.
Oh shit!
Whoops. He said whoops. Okay, and then we hear the big hiss they do.
Yeah.
That's a gator. I didn't wait for him. I knew that to go in his direction means water.
Yeah.
We're on an island, so if I run the other way, I'm running away from the water.
Yeah.
I'm booking it, bro. Booking it. The vision is starting to come back. And then, like an angel of mercy, I see the radiant white of the moon reflecting off my white ambulance through the trees.
Yeah.
And I get out. We never let that guy forget that. You're the land nav instructor, and you led us almost into the mouth of an alligator.
Yeah, he probably stepped on it.
Oh, man. It's... Ooh.
Yeah. I guarantee he stepped on it because that's what they do. They'll sit on the bottom, and they'll just stay there, because they can hold their breath for a while.
Yeah.
So, Doc, you were in the Marines then?
I was a corpsman, Navy, but the Marine
Navy
Corps. The Marine Corps does not have hospital. They don't have medical personnel.
Oh.
So, because the Marine Corps is part of the Navy, the Marine Corps will slice off some of its medical people and go.
Okay. So you were in the Navy then. So what was the highest rank you achieved?
I was in the Navy, but permanently assigned to what's called the Fleet Marine Force, which is stationed with the Marines all the time. I was an E5.
E5. So in naval terms, that would have made you what, a petty officer, second class?
Exactly right. I was an HM2.
Yeah, I studied up a bit on like the grade, the pay grades and all that, when I was looking up, stuff from G.I. Joe and stuff like that.
Yep, I was E1, E2, E3, E4, E5, E5, E4, E3, E2, E3, because I got in trouble more than once.
So you went from E1 through E5, so that would have meant...
Oh, no, baby. We did some stepping along the way. We did E1, E2, E3, back to E2, up to E3 again, up to E4, back to E3. Because I had
You were at different stages. You were a seaman recruit, a seaman apprentice.
Nope.
Oh.
No, you just said shit you probably shouldn't have.
A corpsman is a hospitalman recruit, a hospitalman apprentice, a hospitalman.
Oh, that's right. That's right, yeah.
So anyway, yeah, I went up and down because I had this habit of telling people what I really thought, which was kind of...
really, does it?
It's got to be all prim and proper and orderly, right?
One of them was this nurse officer said something to me, and I turned around, instead of saying, "Excuse me," or "Could you please repeat that?" I said, "Suck my what?" And I shouldn't have done that. I had that moment, I just...
the moment you lapse of judgment.
Gosh golly. No,
throw you in the brig for that?
No. That's not... See, that would be an absolutely not true story. The true part of that was, I was made to wear green and be in the bush with my Marines. But when I first went to this one command, they shoved me in a hospital, taking temperatures and blood pressure and giving out medicine, which I hated. So I was cracking wise with the patients, and I forgot the patients are actually military people too. And I got a little snarky with one of them, and I really shouldn't have done that. So I go away on a 96-hour Liberty. It's a 4-day vacation. I come back and I show up to my duty station, and they say, "Yeah, the old man wants to see, or the chief wants to see you." I'm like, okay. Go in the chief's office. "Yeah, did you say so-and-so to somebody?" And I was going, "Oh, no." I'm officially in trouble. So, yeah.
Yeah. I can understand that. It's gotten me in trouble a few times too. Honesty and the truth.
Young,
some people don't like it very much.
G.I. Joe.
Listen, young, stupid, and honest is not a good, and a lack of filter, not a good combo. and I suffered from all of that.
I don't know if it weren't for the fact that I had the physical issues I had, with the cerebral palsy, because I actually took the ASVAB in high school and actually did pretty well on it to where they were looking to recruit me. The only problem was that they when I went to do the interview with the Navy recruiter near where I live here, they had me do, I guess, the duck walk position, where you have your feet kind of catty cornered and they have you grab, and they took a picture that they realized, no, I'm sorry, we can't use you. Now granted, I was aside from the autism, I was also born with a mild cerebral palsy on my left side and the club foot on my right. Now for me, I think I might have actually, even though I have no filter because of the autism, I think in some respects I might have benefited from military life had I been allowed to go into it, because being the autistic aspect of it, the order and the routine and stuff like that.
Routine, yeah.
So I got to ask, Australia, I know, has a Navy and they have an Army, separate Air Force.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Marines.
The military and the Air Force and military are sort of linked. Like they operate as separate, but I'm pretty sure that it's the same sort of thing. Marines, I'm not so sure. Like I know we've got special forces like the SAS and that sort of stuff. Yeah, it'd be very similar. Like I didn't go much.
Because they're all after you, Manticore.
Yeah, they're all after me, man. Everyone.
We had some Aussie SAS come into Camp Lejeune for some training. It's a common thing for Western countries. Go train at this place. You're really not doing anything different. You're just doing it in a different place. So they were using our rappelling tower in our gas chamber. And those guys were very, very cool. But they were also some of the biggest MFers I had ever seen. I mean, these guys, their biceps were the size of my legs. I'm like, shit, man, these are big boys. So yeah,
you caught that one.
There was a Canadian team that came down, and they were the only ones that ever came around to do a cross training. That they were dicks. I mean, these guys were just fucking dicks. They showed up to the rappelling tower, and the Marine instructor that's running the tower and I both have to give a briefing. All right, he's the rappelling instructor. I'm the range safety officer. And we're giving this briefing, and the Marine's going first, and he's saying, the seat you tie is the seat you ride. So he's handing out the rope, and they go, no, we brought our own. And they had like the nylon buckle and strap. The Marine kind of looked down for a second. He goes, boys, I don't know what they told you when you came here, but this here's Parris Island, Sonny. That's my tower. The seat you tie is the seat you will ride, or you don't go on my tower. Ooh, it got ugly. Because one of them tried to backmouth him, and I don't know where they thought they were. This is Parris Island. Have you never seen a movie? Drill instructors will eat your lunch.
Well, I know Sergeant Slaughter claims his hometown was Parris Island.
Not
Sergeant
his hometown.
Slaughter, a.k.a. Robert Remus.
Not his hometown. It's not a civilian island. But yeah, I'm sure he was born there as a Marine. But anyway, you don't tell a Marine anything when you're on their turf. If we were up in Canada, okay, whatever. But by the way, he won that argument. They were going to tie those fucking seats and ride the seats, because their captain was like, look, man, you're not always going to have your gear with you. There is always going to be rope somewhere. You need to learn how to tie the seat.
Yeah, well, that's fair enough.
In the meantime, I was like, can I get one of those harnesses, man? Because the seat you tie, when you jump, your first jump, it tightens up a little bit. Like your pants will come up to the middle of your shins, and your crotch will get a hug you've never anticipated before in your life.
Oh, boy.
It's unpleasant, man.
I did abseiling when I was a teenager. Like It was good actually. Like we only did a 50-foot cliff face, like they were doing it on, but it was for school. Like,
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, my whole thing was when I was young, I was scared of heights and I couldn't swim and therefore was scared of water. So what did I do? I joined the Navy to jump out of helicopters.
The worst part about abseiling is going over the edge, like that. The going over the past the point of like where gravity takes over. That's the hardest part. Like once you're down, like it's fine.
Yeah. As soon as you realize, oh, this works.
The rope's gonna hold me. Like
you're good. So what we would do is recruits their first rappel is a helo where you just step off into nothing because you got to get over that right away. You got to trust the rope's going to hold you. That belay guy's not going to let you fall. There's no way you can get hurt except one. And a recruit did it. He jumped instead of stepping off. The rope is doubled. The rope opened up, his head went through it, and then his body weight hit and it clamped down on him. And he's, your first fall is only 6 feet. You're going to fall 6 feet no matter what. And that's to get you past the metal step that you just stepped off of so you don't hit your head. And I was up top on the tower, but I was watching a wall guy that was having a hard time, and somebody, corpsman up is what they say when they need a medical corpsman. Corpsman up. I run over there and I look and I'm like, well, there's something you don't see every day. It's not choking him because it's not across his way, but he's like one help,
wedged
help.
In there.
Help. And if he tries to repel, it's going to saw his head off, and he's not strong enough to pull it open.
Yeah, so what was it around his carotid artery then?
No, it's on the sides of your neck. I mean, it might have put enough
Well,
pressure.
sides of your neck, that's where the carotid arteries are, aren't they?
Yeah, they're fairly deep though, and they roll.
I know where they are.
Yeah.
Corpsman Medical, I know where they are.
They sort of roll though because of the pressure in the blood going through there, so
Now,
they don't puncture real easy.
It very much could have caused him to pass out, but believe me, he was only there 20 seconds before I'm already dropped down in my gear, and I just pull the rope apart, and he pops out, and we lower him down. It's all good. But as I'm hanging there where I'm at, it's just called a dead hang. My rope is not going down. My belay guy is back up top holding my rope. And so he's holding me right there, and I look up at him, and I want him to drop the rope, so I'll go ahead and rappel down because I'm not climbing back up. But I looked up at him, and it was, I'll never forget the guy, Staff Sergeant House. He looked at me, and he goes, that's some shit you don't see every day, huh? And I'm like, you're damn right, man. That was weird.
I think the head in the microwave is weirder, but still.
I don't even remember what the call actually was. I do know the worst one I ever saw out there had nothing to do with explosives or anything like you would think. There's a lot of regular pine saplings out there in the little one-day war area, and because on the video there's a map of Parris Island. That runway, that's the field training unit. Well, they will periodically go through there with machetes, and they'll just cut down saplings because they want recruits to be able to see, learn how to set up a field of fire and all that stuff. Well, a recruit fell, and one of those saplings was like a punji stick. It said right through his shoulder, impaled him, and he couldn't get off of it. And I'm sitting in my ambulance watching the one-day war go down because the area is too big to just sit out there and watch. You have to be near your radio in case something happens. And this recruit comes running up, and he slaps the hood of my ambulance. Corpsman up, man down. I'm like, all right, well, where is he? I'll show you, sir. The drill sergeant sent me away. All right. So I get my gear, and I follow this recruit, and we walk. I kid you not. It seemed like forever through the jungle. We went through one of the fire breaks, which is just basically a ditch that has this stinky, nasty water in it, and it comes up to your chest. I'm like, ugh. We get there. I basically ended up sawing the thing off, bandage it in place, and transport him. But the transport part was, I looked up and realized I was only a few feet away from the other part of the runway. I could have driven over there.
Over there, yeah.
And been
instead of walking through the jungle.
And that shitty swamp-ass mud. Oh, my God.
How long's that mud been there for, Doc?
Probably that's what I'm saying, man. It's disgusting, and it smelled like it too. I'm just
I bet.
like,
Hey, Doc, so What is the Marine equivalent to a MASH?
A MASH, Mobile Army Surgical Hospital.
Yeah.
The Navy typically sends one of its hospital ships.
Hospital.
Because remember, we operate in the coastal areas. The Marine Corps will go inland, but then they use Army facilities if they need to, or Air Force facilities when they're deployed without a regular hospital. But if it's in a normal coastal area, they'll send one of the hospital ships, Mercy or Comfort, and they'll go. Which I always wanted to serve.
I know you said you were in the Navy, but you worked more with the Marines, so I was just wondering.
Yeah, we have battalion aid stations. So every unit at battalion level or higher has a BAS, a battalion aid station. And think of it like a doctor's office with about 6 beds in it and 6. We do everything a doctor does. So they come in with a cold, a flu, my ass hurts, whatever. We treat them. If it's something we can't handle, then we put them on transport and we send them to a naval hospital.
They send them on a helicopter and send them to a MASH.
An ambulance or a naval or a chopper, whatever it takes.
Get to the chopper.
Get to the chopper. But usually there's not a lot that corpsmen can't handle. I mean, we can't do open cavity surgery. Obviously, we're not going to do brain surgery. But we do everything else.
Rats.
Damn it, Bobby. I really wanted that lobotomy.
Yeah. You have to do it with a drill now.
Yes.
You just need an ice pick and a hammer.
Yeah. No, that's too dangerous. You slip one way and you're done, man.
Actually, it's kind of funny because I remember an ER episode where they got on somebody because apparently a civilian or whatever got hold of a surgical drill and they wanted to, I guess, relieve some pressure in their head. So they decided
a migraine.
Yeah, so they decided to try to open up. I remember because this was still when, of course, Anthony Edwards was still part of the cast as Dr. Mark Green, and he was called to
Trephining.
Basically, they took the surgical drill and drilled the hole like right in his forehead, like right here. You could see the blood coming out of it. I felt better.
The burr holes, that's a real thing.
Yeah, they do it for brain swelling, don't they? Normally,
yeah,
like if there's fluid on the brain.
Yeah, when the intracranial pressure gets too high, you got to relieve it somehow. But they have found surgeries done back as far as the Incas, where they would have these perfect surgical cuts in their skulls that had healed. And they go, well, they were trephining. They were letting the evil spirits out. What if they were just really good brain surgeons?
Yeah. What if one of them had like a hemorrhage or like something like that and they had to relieve the pressure somehow?
I mean, it always kills me. I love archaeology. I watch Time Team. I watch all that shit. But when they can't figure out what something is, they always go, it must have been ceremonial. No, just because you can't figure the shit out doesn't mean it was ceremonial.
Well, people think that anything of the past is so primitive that there was no meaning to it. That's the thing.
But I was saying this to somebody else the other day about memes. Like, you look at some of the memes now, and they're like contextually like fucking like accurate, right? But in 50 years' time, people are not going to know what the fuck they mean. Like, they're going to be like hieroglyphs from fucking like ancient Egypt, man. Like, people will be like, what the fuck is that?
What if Egyptian hieroglyphics were just memes?
Only the people, they probably were, and only the people that were alive at the time will know what it meant. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's contextually accurate and culturally accurate.
Exactly. I think that's an astute insight, sir. And
did you use your brains?
That's what happens when you use your brain.
Kidneys.
I don't know.
Nothing but kidneys.
White's latest comment down there.
Yeah, I saw it. I want full cavity search. Everyone, go deep on them. Robert Stack and Beavis and Butthead.
Squat and cough.
When we were getting our physicals to go in, there was this kid, and I'm sure there's one in every group that goes in. There's like 80 of us being processed, and this bless his heart, just skinny as a rail, little frail thing. He's in there, and we're all buck naked. The doctor's going cough, 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 doing the hernia check, right? he gets to this kid and he goes, cough. And I hear, and the doctor goes, yeah, you want to try that again? So all of us start laughing. We all start laughing, you know, because we're a bunch of undisciplined civilian pukes. We're laughing because we're standing around buck naked. Why would you not? Well, then the next thing you had to do after that was go over, and there's a deadlift you have to do, and it's only 50 pounds. You just have to be able to pick it up and stand up with it. He goes over and goes, and the doctor goes, oh, for God's sakes, get the fuck out of here. You're breaking my heart.
Yeah, you're not military material, young man.
Jeez.
Here's the door.
You're breaking my heart. Get out.
Yeah. He had too much soy in his diet, that one, by the sound of it.
He'd fit in with today's society, Manny, is what I'm saying.
I was talking about that yesterday with somebody as well. I was like, what are they going to be like in 20 years' time?
I think this year, I really do. I think we've seen the high water mark for wokeism. I think it's starting to pull back now.
This pendulum swinging back.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
right.
It always does. It always does.
For every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. It's always.
But the problem is, I feel sorry for the woke people in the next 5 years because, like, it's gonna be, like it's not gonna be pretty. And it's the same with other stuff that's coming too. Like the whole artificial intelligence stuff is going to cause a big rift in between people. It's like we get a lot of challenges yet as a race or humanity itself.
I don't think there's issues of technology or of civilization, infrastructure, that kind of stuff that we as a species, human beings, can't cope with. What we can't cope with is a hypersaturation of soy, pink meat, sweat belly, soft people. You know, the hard
and the lack of critical thinkers and the lack of like I don't know, like people that actually think for themselves, like individuals. There's too many like ideologues walking around now, and that's the problem.
Too many NPCs.
Yep. Their ideology that they follow, not an individual person. They haven't gone through the individuation process. They haven't just realized who they are. Yeah, it's all crazy.
Yeah,
and that's why it's like that.
Did you see
one of the things I like to do, like on my shows, particularly with the newscast, is I'll like read over the articles from like Bounding into Comics and CBR, and then I will, you know, if need be, I will pick stuff apart. You know, like sit there, you know. Now, granted, a lot of times, most of the stuff I'm reading is just more informational. It's like release information or whatever. But particularly when we start talking about the SJW stuff and the cancel culture stuff, I will go off on it.
Yeah, I think that the origin of that was when the non-smokers got smoking banned in public everywhere. That was step one, and they went, "Ooh, look what we can do." And then,
it happened before that. It's way before that, I reckon. Like, there's been other ways that people have like sort of, and it's slowly over time they've worked out that they can.
The Vic Mignogna situation.
That was the big
one.
The race thing is a big one too. Like, race is a huge one. Like it comes into a different category, but like it does come into the whole cancel culture and stuff as well. Like,
but check it out. In the 80s, I swear to you, I never heard the N-word. I never met a racist. I went to a fully integrated school, grew up with black kids, white kids, and one Mexican, and we all got along fine. We were separated by music and money. That's all that separated us. And then, of course, straight from high school, I went in the military, where racism will get you killed because there's only, you know, light green, dark green, light blue, dark blue. There's no black, there's no white, none of that shit.
No.
So when all this started roaring up again, back in, I don't know, 05, 06, 08, somewhere around in there.
Probably like, 5, I reckon.
I'm like, why is this happening? You know,
we've already been through this.
Yeah, we've done this already.
Yes.
Yeah. For me, one of the things that has bothered me over, you know, even these last 5 years with all this, you know, shining up, is just the sense of victimization everybody seems to have. You know, it's like, okay, like for me, if anybody should feel like screwed over or feel like a victim, I'm probably somebody who probably should. But you know something, I don't, because I don't get into that kind of.
Does it serve you to be that way? No,
Exactly.
It doesn't.
And this is the thing too. You know, being a victim shouldn't be a badge of honor.
No.
Everybody gets victimized by something or someone at some point in their life, but the measure of a mature human being is you overcome it and leave that shit in the
You
past.
become a survivor, not a
Yeah,
fucking victim.
you don't
stay
wear
in
it.
the victim mentality. Yeah,
Yeah, you don't wear it every day.
That's your identity. Like,
Yeah, fuck that, man.
It's the same as mental illness.
like,
mental illness was the same. Like they tried to destigmatize
it's
things.
more a matter of just acknowledging what I have to deal with, and then just getting through life as best I can.
That's all of us every single day.
Yeah,
it's called
none
life.
of us. None of us really know what we're doing. Like, some of us do a bit more than others, but.
Did you see the video I posted on Twitter? Because I dare not post it or show it on YouTube.
Maybe not. I haven't been on there a lot recently. Like, I've been trying not to.
As I said, I gave up my Twitter account like 3 years ago, like
You
back
would-
in 2019. So
You would like it. Elon Musk allows it. If I put it on YouTube, my channel would be gone. Because it was just what we were just talking about, this far and no further. It's Picard's speech, this far and no further. A line must be drawn here.
Yeah, but that's what gets me. It's like we've been through a lot of this stuff before. Why are we back here? Like it doesn't. Obviously, lessons weren't learned.
The
Something
pendulum
hasn't. Like, yeah,
that pendulum.
It just does it. I guess
it's always swinging.
because once again, with situations like the George Floyd situation,
we don't talk about George Floyd on this channel.
Okay.
We don't talk about any of that, any of the impetus for the mostly peaceful protest that took place for, a little minute there. We don't bring those up.
All right.
We just know that some stuff happened and some people reacted a certain kind of way. Like the Japanese when they did a mostly peaceful flyover Pearl Harbor on December 7th.
Mostly peaceful, yeah.
It was mostly peaceful.
Yeah. They tried to sneak in here too, don't worry. Like
Yeah, they hit
Darwin Harbour.
Yeah, they hit Darwin Station, didn't they?
Yeah, they tried to sneak in there and we spotted them before they got in.
Good man.
Let me divert the conversation here for a moment to something that actually would be of a more of a positive thing. So, Doc,
wait. It's pretty positive that the Australians caught the Japanese.
I know, but
otherwise we'd all be speaking Japanese right now.
Yeah, just something that's a little more fun, comics, something more comics related. Doc, as I do a historical comic retrospect on Friday nights on my channel where I look back to. Well, we're starting this Friday. We're going to be getting into August of 1939, and we'll be spending the next 7 weeks doing that. Well, on January the 13th, a week from this Friday, I'll be looking at the very first issue of Marvel Comics and Timely Publications because they came out in August. They went on sale in August of 1939. Marvel Comics #1 went on sale in August of 1939, so I'll be looking at that, a week from this Friday.
Well, have you been watching our segment called?
Actually, I haven't seen that.
Every Saturday morning at 10 o'clock, boys and girls. Tune into Doc's Coffee Shop with me and my co-host Tanner Hurley. We do a meme review. We do great moments and comments.
Is that just exclusively on your channel or
meme
review? It's on the network. It's on the Madness Network, but it's my show on my channel. I just simulcast it.
That's 10 a.m. your time, though, right?
Yes, indeed. So that's 7 a.m. yours.
Yeah. The thing is, I'm usually not even up at that point.
Mike, look, if you're not up by 5 in the morning, you're wasting the day. I'm just saying,
You're the first
Jesus.
person that I've heard
I'm
say
usually
that.
getting if
I don't
I
get that.
I'm usually just getting up at that point. You know, I'm getting myself up. You know,
I've been pushing myself
That's
to
earlier.
9 a.m. 9 a.m. is like that's early for me.
Yeah.
That's like
Manty,
I know.
Manty.
But I worked retail, so I did.
How dare you!
I work retail. I've got an excuse, all right. I did like
Okay,
5
all
a.m.
right, yeah.
and then close shifts and then all of it. Like
I got you, bro.
I get up
got
at 6.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's because you have an irresponsible teenager that doesn't go to school if you don't.
Yeah, at least I'm still getting up at 6. Still getting up earlier than you.
I tell you,
I did retail, so don't even try and throw that.
Oh, Carol, I've got a present for you. Here, look.
Oh yeah.
It's a buy one get one.
Yeah, 2 for 1. I got a 2 for 1 sale. Look.
I actually, you know, what's kind of funny about that.
Well, wait. I was going to say, I got into the habit of getting up at between 4:30 and 5 every morning decades ago. Now, when I first got out of the Navy, I was working 3 to 11 evening shift in the ER. So fuck that, man. I'm not getting up that early. But once I went to college, got my degree in psych, and started being a counselor, that was my routine from then on. Tacey and I both wake up at the same time every day. No alarm clock. We don't even set a clock. And those hours between 4:30 and sunrise, best time of the day. The coffee is good. The house is quiet, still, and cool. You know, in the spring and the summer, the crickets are chirping, and it's just beautifully peaceful. Avail yourself of it if you have the opportunity.
I'll try it one day. I've always been the type that I do most of my creative stuff late, like at night. Like it'll be in between the hours of 12 and 3, like normally. Like so then I'll sleep in. But like
yeah.
I haven't tried the other way around really. Like I've done like shifts where I've had to do that, but not ever by choice.
And you know what? Here's the weird thing, Manny. I've commented on this before. As a painter professionally, when I was painting professionally, the paint pays the bills. It was the same. I'd 4:30 up. I'd go when Tacey would leave at 6. I would go into my studio, this room, and I would start painting. And I would work until 8 o'clock at night on paintings. When I started doing a freaking comic book, I become a vampire. Look at the hour right now, and I'm awake. There's something about the comic book community that turns people
I think
into
so,
vampires.
And Comics Gate as well, yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
did you see the Mike Miller drama now? There's another one.
Oh no, I didn't. I missed it. What's up?
I don't know. Ethan and him are at it again for some reason. But like he jumped in on something to do with Gabe Al-Taib and that other guy. Like,
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. I haven't been following it as closely, but I just saw that and I just had a laugh because Mike never learns. He'll never fucking learn.
One of the big stories I know that's going on right now in comics is the situation with Mike Barron and Indiegogo. And
there's a lot of crap going on with Indiegogo at the moment. Like they're talking about sourcing their own websites through Shopify, I think, setting up their own crowdfunding sites through.
I know RJ's been covering that story a bit too. He even had a. In fact, you were on that. You were on that show, weren't you, Doc?
I was.
I saw that coming though. I was merged with GoFundMe.
Yeah, I was on there with Mike Barron and what's the guy's name that was the producer, Mike?
Oh, Chris Braley, I believe.
Yeah.
Chris Braley from Bleeding.
And RJ, and we were on and we were talking about it, and it does make me leery because I'm on Indiegogo, and I'm a little bit worried about it. But then I was talking to somebody on a different stream. I don't remember whose it was, but for fine art. We literally, we used Fine Art America, we used Etsy, and I don't know what the joke about Etsy is.
Yeah, Etsy's about the only one that I've heard of for fine art. Like,
but Etsy started doing artists dirty. They said, we're going to raise your expense, but you just pass that along to your customers. And we all went, oh, the fuck you say? No, we won't. The problem is you can't crowdfund through those, but if you get the funding through some other means, you can print and then distribute through them. But then my thought was, well, why would I do that if I could just put them on my website?
Apparently, Shopify, you can set up a crowdfunding option on Shopify because it's a web builder. Like, so you can do anything. Like, that's what it is. It's a website builder. Like,
oh, okay, all right, yeah.
So you build your own crowdfunding website basically for your own book. Bancroft's done it.
All right, Quentin, cool. I'll have to. I'm going to talk to Bancroft at some point here in the near future, and I'll have to get.
Yeah, I'd like to pick his brain. Smirk knows a bit about it too. Even message Smirk. Smirk knows about the Shopify option because we did look at it. He did all the research, though, not me. I'm not.
Yeah. Then see, I'm not tech enough to. If I didn't have my publisher Anthony, there would be no book because I took one look at building the mail up, the sign up list on Indiegogo, and I went, no.
I put the Indiegogo page together, but it took 2 tries. The first time we did it, it wasn't great, and then the second time I did it, I looked at other people's campaigns and worked from that.
Where are you guys at with Artifice?
33 pages in.
Yeah, or what? 33 pages, yeah. I think
33 of how many?
Of 48.
48. And who's doing the pencils now?
Dillard's doing all the.
Dillard is.
Yeah.
You should have came to me, buddy. I'm cheaper than Dillard. And
yeah,
just as good.
I don't know.
I'm just kidding.
I had my eye on Dillard before I chose Vic. Which is funny. And Dillard launched the Buckler at the same time as we were thinking of launching Artifice, so I chose Vic instead. That was the clincher.
Yeah,
because he had his own campaign. So I was like,
I have even told Dillard all the way back in day one, bro, you are the best of us. I mean, he is.
I know it's on his profile. On his Twitter profile.
What is it?
The best. It's the artist, the best one.
He is that good, that big-headed bastard. He's good. I give it to him.
There's multiple reasons why I like him. It's his artist skill level, his professionalism, and his showmanship. Like, he's one of the best people to have on a stream with you. Like, you never have like dead air if you've got Dillard on.
Exactly. When Dillard is entertaining to listen to, he's got a great speaking voice. He tells a good story. He's a great.
And all of my friends that have seen him, like, have been like, "Oh, that guy's cool." Like, it's like,
yeah.
It's like people that I'm showing the streams and that. Don't tell him I said that though.
Yeah, fuck him.
Even with him.
Fuck him, Dillard. Fuck you, Dillard.
If you're listening.
Yeah. I love the guy though.
Yeah, so do I. He's a cool bloke.
One of the things a few years ago I did, because I know that Manticore is showing us the middle finger there. But it reminds me when I was younger, one of the things I did was, I figured out a way to flip somebody off like 4 times. Once, twice, double.
You do this sort of thing, like?
Well, what you do is you go once, twice, double up. You know what I mean?
Okay, all right. I just did it with my.
We used to do this
with my ring
finger. I just did it with the fist, but
I would do it with my ring finger because I can, and they couldn't get you because it's not this.
In high school, we got this. Like,
well, I would say,
be like, "What are you doing?" Like, I miss. I'm just scratching my face. Like, I'd itch. Like,
if you're fretting an F chord, that's how you bend the fourth note. And I learned how to do that playing guitar. And so I was like, no, I was just practicing the F chord.
Yeah, I was just holding that position there.
I mean, going back to comic art for a moment, as I mentioned, I've been looking back to the older comics, Golden Age of comics back in 1939, and I find how a lot of the color palettes are pretty bright. They just have a nice way of putting like colors together. I mean, you still had some black and white stuff. You still had some red and white stuff, but for a lot of the more colorful stuff, I mean,
that was before the digital coloring was brought in, yeah.
Right.
Oh,
yeah.
Way
this is 1939. I'm talking about.
No, I wasn't around even when they brought in digital coloring. So,
well, one of the stories I was reading the other night, on last night on the historical, was a clock story from Feature Comics Volume 1, number 24, Nillet the Swindler. And I was just, one of the things that amazed me about the story as I was looking over it was just the nice blend of colors they'd had, with the yellows and reds and all that they were doing with it. It's like
they did use a lot of brighter colors back then.
Right?
A lot of vibrant.
Right. Even though the story material, what you might consider more mature. But then again, you have to remember, too, kids back then were probably considered more mature considering the circumstances than they are now, too.
Yeah,
Because
well,
you did have kids as young as 12 having to go out into the workforce.
my generation's probably the last of the ones that are like sort of mature. I reckon. Like, after that, it starts to get
He thinks he's mature.
coming from her of all people, the most immature person I know.
Well, considering there was a feature by Sheldon Meyer called Squibbly, where he was actually ended up having to earn money for his family by becoming a cartoonist, and he was like only about 12 and a half, 13 when he got the job. So I mean, and it was a Squibbly feature in All American Comics, for All American Publications, which was at the time kind of a imprint of DC at the time. That eventually introduced us to the golden age Red Tornado, Ma Hunkel. The woman who went around in a threadbare costume with a pot on her head, who would beat people up with brooms and pans and pots and all that. Staving off local gang bosses who when she bought out Schultz's grocery. Sometimes I think it was like issue.
All right, don't tell us the whole story. Shh. Manny, I resent that page just now. So
okay, cool.
You should have it. So I was just reading. Vic said he has Smiller is on his stream, so we'll see about screen sniping him real quick. Let's see what's up over there.
Why is he slamming it?
I'm going to step away for a moment, so I'll go off camera here. So.
No worries.
Oh wow,
that's a bit anti-CG of him.
Yes, Miller is on there.
Oh god.
Here, we'll pick it up and watch a little bit. Here we go.
Oh shit.
The second thing is Jimmy Cricket. Jimmy Cricket's ink lines are so clean. So clean, they're amazing. Shane Davis. Shane Davis is too, yes. Very cool.
Hey, I got a Jet. Hargrave just started with the Purple Demon.
Well, I know what the.
Hi, nice meeting you guys.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, everybody. Happy New Year, Chad.
Nice, Chad. Sweet dreams. Happy New Year. Mwah.
Bye, Hen.
Take it easy.
Has anyone ever hit little alongside
I stopped by there earlier today, Doc, and either he's blocked me from his channel, right, or he's put it subscriber only because I can't comment in his chat.
Yeah, so I just blasted Anthony because he stood me up for a scripting session. He's my publisher.
And he's on there.
Yeah, he's on there and he's like, I called you back. Yeah, hours later.
He blocked you because I confronted him.
Probably. But yeah, I think that's hilarious. Like, it must be he blocked me because I don't think he's got it set to subscriber only. He's not that silly.
Because I'm getting the cold shoulder from the chicken.
Vic, I went there earlier today, like, stopped in there, and I can't comment in his chat anymore. So either he's blocked me from the channel or he's set it to subscriber only.
Tell me when you go, because I've got a wrench.
Okay.
I will wrench you. Look, I feel a certain kind of way about my publishers hanging out over there when I'm over here. What are you doing?
That's rude.
What are you doing, dude? And then Smiller's hanging out over there. So, yeah. On the other hand, I'm happy.
Yeah, I'd rather not.
I'm happy here.
Some of that fucking bad luck of his might rub off on me. I don't know.
I don't know the whole story, and I don't want to know the whole story about what was happening before I got here in this community.
I've followed the whole thing, and yeah, they're both. Do you know what? It's both silliness on both parts, right? Like from both sides of it. But the majority of the silly comes from Smiller. Like he should just learn. Like, and he doesn't.
Yeah.
Like, It's like
Even-
what's that's that saying? Doing the same shit over and over again, like is like the definition of insanity or something like that.
I was going to say, even if you're right, and even if you have the moral high ground, Ethan Van Sciver is a juggernaut of a personality. You're not going to,
And not just in his like his YouTube channel and the size of it and like the fan base, it's in his wit and his intelligence. Like he's eviscerated so many people over the years that I've watched.
His personality is just so bombastic, over the top.
And it could have been avoided. Like, and they could have avoided that being eviscerated in public like that, but they walked into it. Like, and they know what he is. They all know it. Like,
I'm going to say this too. I absolutely respect everything he's done. I respect his art.
Me too.
I agree with him about 99% of everything. Nobody agrees on everything. I have seen Miller's artwork, and he is a badass artist.
Yeah,
but I don't know him. I don't know him. So I don't have a dog in that fight, and I don't want one. You know what I'm saying?
Have you seen the Kumquat video?
I have.
Yeah, that's just fuck, man. Like, that is gold. Look,
I was on a panel one night, and I don't remember who it was. I think it was Well Read. It was either Well Read or DG, and Liam came on.
Oh God!
And we're next to each other on the bottom panel, and he starts kind of getting triggered and going off. And I went,
as he does.
Dude, I said, "Easy, killer, easy. Whoa, slow your roll, man. This ain't that kind of a stream." And he literally went, "Right, I'm sorry." And I'm like, "Did I just get through to this fucker when nobody else ever has?"
I've still got the videos of him and John Delarose, right? Like going off, right? And when he lost it in that last one, I've saved them in my DMs, man, because that is like pure gold. Like.
That's, you know.
And I don't like either of them really. Like I'm not a fan of JDA either, but like,
listen, if Liam has actually been trolling all of the internet with a made up character, with this made up character, then he's the greatest genius in history.
I think the whole thing is a shtick, man. Like I'm starting to believe that all of
It's
it, like
gotta
his little bitch fits, all of it. It's all a shtick, man. Like,
it's gotta be, man.
Yeah, I'm thinking that too. Like more so recently, like than ever.
And if it's true that that's the case, and he has stayed in character that long,
yeah, all more power to him then.
And that thoroughly, then you know, hey, my hat is off to
He gets the new like the mantle of Testify after that. Like, if he can hold that shit, like,
don't get me started on Testify or JDA, please.
Well, he's dead. Just don't even bring him up.
Yeah.
Well, Doc, you know I've had my history with both of them. So.
I know, but I don't care anything about what they do.
I've seen it all, Mike. Like I've been around since 2018, like early 2019, like late 2018. So yeah, I've seen the whole lot. Like watched it all.
Like I met Testify, and he tried to troll me, but like I said a little while ago, you can't troll somebody who just doesn't give a fuck what you say.
No,
and he realized that. He just kind of backed off. But then I did pop into JDA's chat one time, and I said hail, and JDA greeted me and said something about sign up for my book. And Testify was on the panel, and he broke the golden rule: you can troll, but never say don't back somebody's book, right?
Yeah.
And he did that, and JDA kicked him. He's like, no, man, I like Doc. Don't do that.
He used to come into Vic's chat all the time and like say shit, right? Like
yeah,
to start with, it was funny, like, and then Vic got angry about it, and like it turned into a big thing, and he ended up blocking him from the channel, right? But like, part of me wishes I'd have listened to Testify back then, Doc.
Well, Testify used to call me a hack, and I used to ask out loud, well,
yeah,
what's your definition of a hack?
Yeah, what's a hack? Yeah, he
What's
can't
a
tell
hack?
you. You don't know.
But
who's it? Ken asked him to define clout. Like that was hilarious. And Fanatra turned it into a song.
Fanatra is savage, man. I like that guy.
Yeah, no, so do I. I've got a lot of respect for Finn.
Yeah. But I'll say this. I never wished any ill will toward Testify. And my hope is that he just found something else to do and he's not really dead. Because
I don't think he is either. I think he just got sick of the internet. Like, honestly. No.
Yeah, I that's my hope. I hope he just found something else to go back to fishing, man. Apparently you
Hi, Fanta.
Hey, Fanta.
Hi, Fanta dear.
Hey, Fanta.
The link is absolutely pinned, darling. Come see us. Happy New
Happy
Year
New
to
Year.
you too. And I'm that guy, man. I don't do beef. I don't do grudges. I don't attack people.
Oh, I came here for a fight, though.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Cowell.
Well, I'll fight with Manticore.
Okay.
Don't call me Cowell.
All right, Cowell.
Are we doing a Bugs Bunny impersonation?
I know your real name, but even though you said it live, I'm not going to dox you. I'm not going to re-dox you after you self-doxed.
Did you just dox yourself, Carol? That's funny.
She did. I think she was stoned. I think she was stoned one night.
I've never even done it. I know her name too, but I've never done it.
I know your real name, Manticore.
Do you?
I do.
It's quite a common name in CG, apparently.
Smirk blurted it out one time.
Oh, did he?
Smirk said my name on stream several times.
You know what?
I don't know Smirk's name.
I was more worried about blurting his out in public, and I've never done that either.
At least I don't have to worry too much about holding a secret identity because I just present myself as who I truly am. So.
Oh yeah. What were you saying, Manny?
Oh, I was saying that. No, what was I saying? I can't remember now.
Oh, you fucker.
Yeah, I lost it. Probably something.
Actually,
probably
it's
something
kind of funny 'cause
derogatory towards
my
Carol.
name is actually my full name. There is pretty common because I know of at least a couple other Mike Walters. There's a TMZ reporter, Mike Walters, and then there's actually a former Major League Baseball player named Mike Walters who pitched a couple of seasons back in 1984.
People have tried to find me, but they can't. Like, that's what I was going to say, Doc. People have tried to find my real identity, and they can't.
I found you. I found you so fast.
You did. You were the only one, right? But you didn't find me for me, did you? Like you found me through somebody else.
I found you. Finding you.
Hi, Fanta.
Yeah.
Happy New Year, girl.
Happy New Year.
Hey, Fanta.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year,
Hey,
Fanta.
Carol. Hey, Mike. Hey, Mandy.
Wonderful to see you. Wonderful.
Go on,
to
give
see
her a
you.
hair flip.
I've got my headphones on. It won't flip, man.
Aw.
So, Manticore, you're down in Australia, right?
Sure
He's
am.
upside down.
No,
But that means that it's summertime there where you're at, right?
he's in Alabama. Can't you tell by the accent?
Yeehaw!
So there's a
What is
comedian.
Christmas like in the summertime there?
Just like it is there, but hot.
Ah. So instead of running around in the snow, it's the white Christmas, it's more like a brown Christmas, right?
Yeah. We run around in
Cold
shorts and a
happy
t-shirt,
cold
wife beaters, and drink beer. Yeah.
Does sound like Alabama.
I almost flew Dr. Pepper out of my nose on that one. That was good. But look, I was going to say, Mike was talking about there's other people with that name. There's a great comedian. If you haven't seen Chris Porter, Ugly and Angry, do yourself a favor. Probably one of the best comedians I've seen in the last 20 years. But he's doing a segment. He goes, and he's very deadpan. He goes, I am not the only Chris Porter of note. There is, in fact, a hockey player. And then there is a gay porn star named Chris Porter. This is not a name that a porn star would just assume for themselves. All I can figure is he must have heckled me at one of my shows.
Yeah.
And I tore him up.
And
And
that's his
And he said, I'll get you because now
That's
every
savage.
time I take it up the ass, Chris Porter's taking it up the ass. And he goes, and if that's the case, you win.
Yeah, you win. Set point match, man.
But honestly, if you've never seen Chris Porter, Ugly and Angry,
No, I haven't seen it after the
you can see segments of it in order on YouTube. You just can't see the whole thing. Trust me, it's good stuff. If you like the angry Irish type, it's good stuff. Well worth it.
My daughter's mum's an angry Irish type.
So you're familiar.
Yes, very.
My first wife was one of those.
She was from Belfast too, like Northern Ireland.
Yes. The first
To the
wife's
dirty part.
name was one of those Micks something. I'm not going to say the name, but Mick, that should have been my first warning sign. I don't know what I was thinking. The red hair was there, the Mick name, the freckles, the temper. But
I've
no,
got, I've got 2 redheads in my family, and both of them now you got to watch out for.
Yes, yeah. So they have.
It's kind of funny. One of the other features that was in feature comics was Mickey Finn.
Mm-hmm.
That one was a pretty interesting one too. It was a set of reprints. Mickey Finn was a comic strip, and then they did the reprints in feature comics as well. Basically about a cop from, I guess, the northeast section of the country. Of course, one of the other things I found interesting about like some of the titles too was some of the interesting names like Mickey Finn, Lollapalooza, Joe Palooka, the Bungle family.
Yes, indeed.
Interesting names you had back then.
Yes, indeed.
Characters.
And if you enjoy a noir kind of look to a book and story, you'll really enjoy Pariah Blood and Mud. Be sure you sign up today. Mike, are you signed up?
I don't really buy. I don't buy comics.
I didn't ask you
professional level shilling right there.
I didn't ask you to buy a damn thing. I said, "Are you signed up?"
No, not. I didn't even.
Oh,
For shame.
Mike.
Tisk tisk.
Did you see that beautiful? Did you see that beautiful face?
Mm-hmm.
Did you see that beautiful face?
No, I was checking my emails. I got that one. There we go.
So here's a funny story about that one. That's literally a sketch card, and I did it live on a draw stream with Rich Parada, and I was using as my model Alana Miles, and Jennifer Connelly happened on the page, and it looked so much like Jennifer Connelly that I'm like, well, fuck, I can't even use this in the book, man, because it looks too much like her. And I can't for the life of me figure out how that happened, because they're both face models.
Variant.
Yes. It's alternate universe, Jennifer Connelly.
Yep, that's it. That's what happened with the Artifice cover. She ended up, Illyria ended up blonde, and we kept it, like, because it was like an alternate universe sort of like feel, like yeah. So, yeah.
You gave me too much source material for Illyria, so now I don't know what the fuck to do.
That's because I want you to bring it. I want it to come out of you. That's because that's the whole idea of her. Like,
so she's just a beautiful woman who can appear any way at all.
She can appear any way she wants to you. Like,
okay. All right, then I've got it. Then I have got it. I did actually start a sketch 11x17 that I will literally send to you or your publisher or whatever for the campaign on the house.
Oh, thank you. Much appreciated.
Free of charge. Well, no, not free. I want a bag of burger rings.
Yeah, I can do that. This time I can do that. Like,
bag of burger rings, bro.
I'll send Carol's,
like onion rings or something like that.
I'll send Carol's birthday present and the burger rings, and you can sort out the shipping of the
Carol.
I've been waiting since July.
Carol, if he sends you my burger rings and I don't get that bag intact,
it's on you, Carol.
I will make sure that the bag looks like it's intact.
It looks like it's intact. It'll probably be like a few grams lighter, but hey.
Just gonna steam it open and
steam it open.
He don't really know what the bag's gonna look like. I can make it look like duct tape. It's fine.
Yeah.
That's what they do in Australia.
Yeah, like, you get this package that looks like contraband, Doc. Like it'll be all wrapped up, really tight. Like.
I can put it in one of those police evidence bags.
Oh,
I'm not gonna ask why you've got those, but
I don't. Yeah. My mom can get them.
People incriminating them live. Film 11. Incriminating themselves.
We'll do it live.
We'll do it live. I just now noticed this webcam that I've got, and I was almost going to show it to you. There's no possible way to show it to you.
Yeah, I can't show you mine either.
It has colored LED lights that rotate around and change colors.
Oh, that's cool.
Ooh.
I thought I was for a second there, Carol, but I don't remember licking a toad.
Oh, I'm not gonna say anything.
It's that apple pie moonshine.
No, that's long gone. I didn't even get a buzz, Fanta. That really hurt me.
Really?
Yeah.
Aww.
it's not a bragging thing because who brags about being an alcoholic? But I was born with some kind of mutant high tolerance to alcohol. Like I have drank when I was 17 years old. I drank 30-year-old men under the table playing quarters with vodka. They're all passed out. I'm like, what the fuck, man?
I'm Australian. It's kind of cultural over here.
Yeah. Yeah, we all saw Crocodile Dundee drink the Irishman under the table. Are you kidding? I'm Irish. I'll drink you under the table. Right you are, mate.
I gave it up like 5 years ago.
With great beer and all that, laddie.
Yeah, I'm not even a big drinker. Like, I think I've drank on stream twice. One time, we did a drinking game with Dillard, Rex, myself, and somebody else.
Mm.
I drank them under the table. They
I'm a
were
lightweight.
shit faced, and I'm still like, I don't even have a buzz, man. And I was drinking Jim
over
Beam.
Over here, they call it a 2-pot screamer.
A 2-point screamer?
2-pot screamer, like 2 pots to be like.
Yeah, that's another thing, man. How do people even get drunk on beer? That's a lot of work.
Our beer's fairly strong.
You got to drink a lot of it to get there.
Our beer's stronger than your beer, though.
Well, unless of course you have physiological predisposition.
Like I could drink that Coors or Budweiser all day, man. Like literally, I could, and it won't do anything. Like Australian beers but European beer is something separate again. Like I'll drink. If I get beers, I'll get Italian beer, like Peroni or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, I drank
like
beer.
6 or 8%.
I drank beer in Germany because it was all I could drink at that time because I wasn't of age.
I like German beers actually,
and yeah, they were good, but again, they don't do it as cold as we do it here. I like freezing cold.
Yeah, there's a wheat beer that the Germans make, a Hofbrau. It's like a wheat based instead of the hops. Like it's way better, but it's stronger.
But it was the same thing. It's like in order to get a buzz, man, I'd have to drink so much of this stuff, my bladder would explode. But I don't want an exploded bladder. I'm just saying.
No.
I went to a party last week and they pulled out tequila shots, and I haven't had them for years. Like, but of course I'm like, yeah, let's do it. Like, so we did the lemon and the salt and everything.
Lime, gotta be lime, bro.
I used to like when I drink beers, I'd get Coronas.
Alcohol altogether throughout my entire life.
You get Coronas and a shot of Jose Chavero tequila and lime in there, like they mess you up though real quick. Like,
now I'll tell you this though. I went to when was this? It was like 2004. My buddy, who is a retired Green Beret, he lived across the street from me. We were good friends. He had taken one of those counter piracy jobs on the freighters going through Somalian waters.
Ooh.
Pays uber money.
I mean, because you threatened to get
he would come
hauled or thrown overboard.
That money. But I mean, it's him and 6 Green Berets and SEALs against skinny little Somalians with
like rowboats.
Yeah, what the fuck are they gonna do? He never even saw one. He said every time they saw one of those little John boats, they would see the armed guys and they would just leave.
Yeah. I had a story from a friend of mine that was in the military doing something similar. Like, and they just opened fire. Like, they'd fire rounds off and then they'd go. They wouldn't try.
So I went over to his house when he came back from that first deployment, and it was going to be a drinking event because it was New Year's Eve. And it was me and my wife at that time, and him and his wife and a couple of other people. And Merritt and I, just for some stupid reason, just started passing the Jose back and forth, Cuervo. And we got done with that bottle and went looking for something else. I sat down at the table. My wife was on my left. His wife was on my right. And I went, well, and all of a sudden, the world ended. And I went, uh-oh. And I looked at my wife and I said, coats, car, home, now.
My 21st was very similar to that.
We got back to the house because we're just like a block away. We get back there and I end up in the Thunder Jug. And I remember I was so humiliated and so embarrassed because I don't get drunk. And the next morning, and to her credit, my ex-wife now, and she's still a good friend, she was great at drunk maintenance. I mean, the cold rag, she was right on top of that. The next morning, I get up. She's got me a good hot cup of coffee. I was drinking it. I'm like, I am so embarrassed, you know. And I said, God, man, I can't believe little bitty Merritt, because even though he's a Green Beret, he was a little fella. I can't believe he drank me out of the table. Called over there, and Emery said, "Oh fuck no, he's still got his head in the thunder jugs. He ain't come up for air yet."
He didn't win. Yeah.
I was like, okay, thank God.
My 21st, like we drank 5 bottles between like I think it was 12 people of tequila, like and different types. We had the Jose, we had the mezcal, the scorpion, one with the scorpion in it, and something else. And I was in the shower for 3 hours, like, and the water had gone cold, man. Like, I was like, my auntie's like banging on the door. She's like, "You're right." Like, I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fine." Like, she's like, "Is it cold?" I'm like, "Yeah, I don't know." Like, I got up the next day and walked over there where they'd done the tequila shots, and the smell hit me, and I was like, "Oh no!" Gone back inside. I couldn't touch it for 10 more years after that, but now I can drink it fine.
Vodka. When I was a kid, vodka did that to me, and it made me so sick. I did the same thing, dude. I got in the
I
shower.
still can't drink vodka.
Cold water on purpose because it feels good when you're fucked up in your nostrils, right?
Brings
So
back to reality.
Yeah, I had the cold water going. I'm curled up in the tub, and I know I threw up like 10 times. And it was vodka. You know, not in the tub with myself. I hang over and barf in the toilet. You know, like Bill Cosby said, you put your face into a place that was never meant for your face.
Yep.
And you thank the toilet bowl for being cold on the side. Thank you, Mr. Toilet Bowl, for being cold on the side. Anyway, I was laid up in there, and I swear, man, I went, and I have never touched vodka since. And that was like 1985. Just no, don't even bring it around me.
My stomach doesn't like it. Like if I drink it, like my stomach does backflips, man, for some reason.
Yeah.
But like any darker spirit, I'm fine. Like it's the whiter ones, like Bacardi or like the rum, vodka.
Oh, rum, I go all day.
Even vodka. I mean, even tequila that's white. Like the clear tequila, I can't drink that either. Yeah.
I don't have a problem with any other liquor, and that time with tequila that I just mentioned is the only time it's ever, because tequila usually warns me. It's the only alcohol that will warn me, okay, senor, you've had enough.
Senor.
And I go, all righty, I'll stop now. Thank you, Mr. Tequila, for letting me know.
Yeah.
I think I've only had like one experience with alcohol. And I can't be even 100% sure because this is a situation where I didn't actually go and get the thing myself. So I was my senior year in high school, right? I was at a party at a friend's house. One of them offered to go get me a soda, right?
Mm-hmm.
They bring me the soda. They bring me a Pepsi. And as I'm about to drink it, I look at everybody. It's like they're all looking at me.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Like,
It wasn't just Pepsi, man.
Almost like they're waiting for something to happen. I kind of took a sip anyways because I was pretty naive back then. But then I realized, okay, something's up here, so I better go dump this, you know. And it made me a little braver, okay? I confronted a girl I liked in a way that maybe I shouldn't have.
Uh-oh.
No. Not like outright inappropriate, but just where one of the guys actually had to kind of get up on me and like say, "Yeah, back off, dude." You know.
Oh my goodness, Mike!
Off one sip.
Off one sip.
It might have been that much alcohol, but it still affected me in a way that.
Okay, well let me just go on record here, Mike. That wasn't the alcohol. There might have been something else in that drink, but it wasn't alcohol that did that.
Yeah.
You know. So yeah.
Well, first off, I have alcoholism along my mother's line, so that's one of the other reasons why I stayed away.
Well, I think if something affected you, they put something other than alcohol in your drink, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I don't know because again, they just gave me the drink. I didn't I didn't see what they put in it, so I have no idea.
Alcohol takes a while to metabolize.
Yeah, it takes a minute or two. And
even certain drugs, most drugs do too.
Yeah, and that little bit right there would not even be enough to get your. So anyway, what I was going to say though was, Mike, your first mistake, of course, was trusting these people who obviously weren't trustworthy. But your second mistake was that it was a Pepsi. What the fuck is wrong with you? Nobody drinks Pepsi. Coke, man, Coke.
I like Pepsi.
I honestly, Doc, I've always been a Pepsi guy, but
Dr. Pepper.
Oh, I like Dr. Pepper too, but I drink Pepsi.
Well, I like Dr. Pepper too.
I drink Dr. Pepper, don't you know? It's the original taste
Just
that I
don't get a cherry one.
And
It tastes like
Doc, if
shit.
you also know, I also drink Monsters too.
He's a
Yeah,
pepper.
yeah.
She's a pepper.
Wouldn't you like to be a
pepper too?
Dr. Pepper, drink Dr. Pepper.
Dr. Pepper.
Yes, indeed. That's the good stuff. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to wrap it up. I think what I want to do at this point is go to bed.
Fine, go. Bye.
Fine, see ya later.
Well, hey, Doc, thanks for having
have a
me.
wonderful
And
time.
I hope I can get you to come on tomorrow night when I send you the invite.
Well, I was going to say Happy New Year, everyone, and I'm glad that you guys came and hung out with me for a little while. That was very kind of you to contribute your time. Make sure you head on over to Vix and troll the hell out of him. And
I can't because he's blocked me from his phone.
yeah, Fanta's got a wrench.
Yeah.
But Happy New Year, everybody. God bless, and I look forward to seeing you all many more times in 2023.
Happy New Year.
How chat.
Happy New Year.
Don't leave yet.
About an hour and a half away. But
Don't leave yet.
Don't leave yet.
Don't leave yet.